energetic in terms of prevention. But I was just wondering whether we have the whole team here. We could discuss, maybe a few pointers from all the patients that are attending. If we could have some preventive strategies from Dr. Marzi on lung cancer and Paresh and Somil on GI cancers, and maybe Dr. Nikhilesh about head and neck cancers. We can have few pointers, I think, and of course, Madam is here from gynec cancers as well. I mean, that's a big area. I think there's something wrong with the mic.
I know, it's going in and out, in and out.
Health needs to be looked at from every angle, every aspect possible, not just one aspect at a time. And that is what makes a human being, both physically, emotionally, even aesthetically. And I think to have such a platform and to be a part of such a platform and to be able to stand among such stalwarts and being able to say a few words, I think it's an honor in itself. Thank you so much.
It's a long way ahead, but I think this is the start, and I think all of us are, or globally people are scared about cancer. But if we talk about prevention, I hope in future we will be able to sort of prevent all the malignancies with the optimism. Thank you.
Big cancers that deal with prostate cancer, renal cancer, and kidney cancer. Apart from the primary prevention, so this was what we started to see. These cancers usually picked up on secondary prevention. For prostate cancer,
why colorectal cancer screening didn't take much vogue in India, that it's pretty rampant abroad. So the best tool for colorectal cancer screening is a colonoscopy, little invasive test, and definitely, for our mentality, we include me as well. If I'm asymptomatic and really I'm a backseat, why should I get this invasive investigation? That's the kind of the theory which is behind it. But now, as we know, the CT scan is something called virtual colonoscopy, which is picking up. We are trying to get that same model here, which is again less invasive and does give us relatively more accurate findings of screening for the part of the colon. So once that comes into picture, we are less invasive, and definitely we should be able to pick up more colon cancers and at an earlier stage, so that you don't really end up with the medical oncologist. Sorry.
Neck cancer, the oral cavity cancer is the most common cancer. We have the Globocan 18 as well as 2020 data. And in females, the breast cancer is the most common cancer. In head neck, about 70% of the cancers will be preventable. India is the head neck capital of the world. Out of the oral cavity cancers diagnosed worldwide, 1/3 are diagnosed in India. And the main reason being tobacco, alcohol, and the betel nut or the supari. So if we can prevent all these three, like tobacco smoking for the lung cancer, tobacco chewing is for head and neck cancer. So we should avoid this. For others, those who are not having tobacco or supari, also they have to be careful that any sharp tooth is not hitting anywhere, any ill-fitting denture or a cap. They should immediately go to the dentist and show it, get it filed. Because if we see 9 patients who have some reason, there will be 1 patient who will have this oral cavity hygiene which is not proper, or some sharp tooth which is hitting and causing cancer. So these are preventable. For breast cancer prevention, lead a healthy lifestyle. Most are estrogen responsive, which where the estrogen is manufactured in the fat apart from the milk. So what we recommend is regular exercise, avoid alcohol, avoid weight gain, maintain a healthy diet. So these 2-3 things will prevent about 1/3 of the breast cancers which we see. And as I said, in head neck, about say 60%, 70% of the head neck cancers, or more than that, will be preventable. Thank you.
Reliance Foundation Hospital. About prevention of lung cancer, as we all know, I mean, it keeps flashing on all our movie theaters and all that. Stop smoking, stop chewing, very common. I don't know, somehow it still hasn't really made a dent. But the honest thing is that yes, if you remove tobacco in every format, you will absolutely kind of be safe from lung cancer. And as Dr. Sevanti rightly touched upon, that yes, we have something called as, for the smokers at least as of now, we have something which is called as low dose CT scan, which we are frequently doing at our place also. As usual, the awareness level is not very, very high on this aspect. But yeah, I think remove tobacco and see how lung cancer disappears over the next, I think, decade or so. That's my message. Thank you.
We are expecting our chief guest to arrive in a few minutes. I wanted to ask if anyone want to share something while we await their arrival, any experiences or